The Krasner Gestapo is preventing our cops from enforcing the law. The Special Investigations Unit is a branch of the District Attorney's Office responsible for investigating cops, public servants, and politicians. Under Krasner, they have been hyperfixated on the police. Every time an officer draws their firearm, they are subject to a lengthy investigation by the unit. They even created a database of cops who they believe are guilty of misconduct. The problem is that misconduct is a vague term and they didn't define what it means. Essentially, if a cop confronts a criminal or tries to defend themselves, they run the risk of being put on a watch list or even investigated, all at the whim of Larry Krasner. That sounds pretty fascist. These activists in the DA's office that are responsible for these investigations hate the cops. These people aren't fact-finding, they're cutting corners to try and secure convictions. And if you don't believe me, check out the Joe Bologna situation. In 2020, Officer Bologna allegedly hit a BLM rioter in the head with his baton. When word spread, he was publicly vilified and fired from the police department. Krasner even charged him with multiple counts of aggravated assault, even after a medical examination found that the rioter was never struck directly on the head. After some time in court, the charges were eventually dropped in 2021. But Krasner still prosecuted him on simple assault and possession of an instrument of crime. On February 14, 2024, Bologna won again. He was acquitted on those charges too. And now Krasner's in court for falsifying evidence and maliciously prosecuting Bologna. But even if Larry pays, Officer Bologna's life was still flipped upside down. With the single swipe of a pen, the DA can destroy somebody's life. Right now, cops are afraid to enforce the law, not because they fear criminals, but because Larry Krasner is waging a social justice war against them. When cops go out on calls, it's in the back of their heads that Krasner is lurking with the power of the pen. These police-hating politicians like Larry Krasner don't worry about crime because they don't have to. They have private security. Working class people are the ones suffering because they rely on the cops for protection. Krasner is not only endangering the lives of cops, he's endangering the lives of everyone who relies on the cops. We need to send Larry back to St. Louis, restore law and order, and back the blue.